Jerry Brown here with Jerry Brown Travels.
And Laura here. And Mai and Jim from Spanish and Go.
Okay.
Okay.
So we are excited about collaborating with Jim and Mai. They have a YouTube channel also. And what's the name of the YouTube channel?
Spanish and Go.
Spanish and Go. And if you want to learn Spanish, and in a very simple way, you have to check out their YouTube. It is fantastic, and it's a real simplified version of it, and it makes it really, really, really easy to learn. But what we're doing in this video, it's a little background information with video creators like us. A lot of times we like to get together with other video creators and we collaborate together and we share information on each other's videos. So today's video, we're collaborating and we're going to share information on
Travel Spanish.
Travel Spanish. And in another video, Jim and Mai are going to feature us in, and we're going to talk about our channel to their audience. Let's get along with it. So tell us about your YouTube channel.
Yeah, so our channel, we focus on real-world travel Spanish. So it's both the practical application of learning Spanish, sitting down how to order a meal, how to make small talk, how to ask for directions, as well as adventure videos showing cool places to visit in Spanish-speaking countries.
So that's practical day-to-day Spanish that you're going to learn. So it's not, sometimes when I sometimes hear it, it's like they put in so much that I probably am not going to use, you know what I mean? Like, how is your brother's cousin's sister's aunt going to meet us for lunch? And I don't need to know all that.
Yeah, we're really focused on the practical stuff. We feel like grammar can get overly technical and boring, and most of the time you don't have to have everything exactly right in order to get your point across, in order to be able to travel and experience Spanish-speaking countries.
Now, you have a lot of views, and I notice on your views, you have a lot of views where people are apparently really getting a lot of information on your, I call it like your study program. They can follow you and keep learning more and more. But now, out of curiosity, how did you get involved in that?
Well, I am a teacher. I'm a language teacher. And he's an audio and video producer. So when we met, we wanted to travel, we wanted to see places, but there's no way of doing that at our age if you're not making money. So we had to figure something out, and that's how we decided to combine our passions of teaching and video and audio producing, and we put everything together, and Spanish and Go was born.
Okay. Now, you are Mexican?
Yes, I am from Colima, here in Mexico.
Okay. How about you, Jim? Are you Mexican?
No.
Almost.
I'm getting there. No, I'm from Rochester, Minnesota.
But his Spanish is so clear. I mean, it's like you grew up here.
I'm comfortable here in Mexico, being able to do pretty much anything.
Yeah, I can see that. Now, what is your audience? Who are you reaching out to? Who are the people that are really drawn towards your videos?
So we focus on people who really want to travel. And a big point on our channel is that traveling is so much more comfortable when you're able to communicate with the people where you're traveling to. And you can make lasting connections, make new friends, and it's so much easier to get around and ask for the things that you need, not feel uncomfortable, to be able to get your point across and say, oh, I'm sorry, I'm lost, or I don't know where I am, or all of these things are really helpful to the traveling experience. So we want to be able to augment people's experiences when they're visiting new places, to be able to experience the culture and to experience the traditions and ask, oh, where's this drink from? What is this? Because without the language aspect, sometimes you miss out on some of the cultural aspects.
That's right, yeah. And probably one of the things is you can be walking around and ask a question about the neighborhood or something, and they'll invite you in the house, and you can learn about the family because you speak the language and everything. How wonderful that is, yeah. Now, what advice would you give to people who need to learn Spanish, they really want to? Do you have to really want to learn Spanish or another language? What does it really take, to really start a practical, study plan.
I think the reason why you want to learn the language is very important. Because if you want to learn Spanish to get a job somewhere in another country, maybe you are going to need to study more, maybe take classes or go with a teacher, one-on-one lesson. But if you want to travel and if you need Spanish for other things that are more practical, you can do it on your own. So you decide how much time you want to invest in learning the language, or what are the things that you really need. Like you were saying, you don't need to know how to say things that you're never going to use.
Right.
So the reason why you need the language is very important when starting. So first thing you need to do is say, okay, why do I need the language? And start from there.
Okay.
Right. Desire to learn is huge, but also understanding and knowing that you can learn Spanish. Some people think that as an adult you can't learn another language. Well, that's wrong. I learned Spanish as an adult, and I'm still learning. As I mentioned, I feel comfortable with Spanish here in Mexico now, but there's always room for improvement. Just as in English, nobody knows every single word in the dictionary.
Right.
There's always something new to learn.
Well, another great thing about having it in a YouTube format, like earlier, I was sitting in the park here, and I went on to their site, and I looked up, welcoming somebody. So I don't know, I don't know the Spanish on that stuff. So I could learn that real quick. So then when you guys come along, I can welcome you, I can use a little bit of Spanish. So it's a very practical application as you're traveling through Mexico, that, hey, maybe you haven't got the language down, but you can go right to your channel, you can put in, a title of your YouTube, it comes up and you can learn it as you're casually sitting around a park or, relaxing in a coffee shop and stuff like that. So it makes it seem like a much easier, fun way of learning instead of, hitting the books and, thinking you need to know it before you go. This application, I find it very practical.
Thanks. Yeah, you can just review what's in a video even before you go into a restaurant, and repeat the phrases that you hear in the videos, and you're good to go. You don't really have to worry about, again, the grammar and the more technical aspect. It's more about the real world application. But another tip for travelers is more language focused. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. As we get older, it's easy to feel like, oh, well, I know everything, or I should know this, or I should be able to pick this up really fast. But part of learning a language is making mistakes. And as long as you accept that you're going to make mistakes, it's going to be so much easier.
So how long have you been doing this?
About a year and a half, a little more. More than a year and a half.
Okay. And I know you have quite a few videos on there, but do us a favor. When you look at their channel, make a comment that you found them through Jerry Brown and Lori Brown, Jerry Brown Travels, and that will, help us out, and do the same when you look at theirs, vice versa. And that would be great.
Mexico is a beautiful country, and there's super nice people trying to help you have a great experience traveling here in the country. So just come to Mexico with an open mind, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna love it.
No, I know they'll love it.
Yeah.
I know they'll love it.
I know, even me, I never come to Mexico. When I come, I love it, and I'm staying.
Now, if you feel you're getting value from this little interview in here, could you subscribe to our channel? Also, give us a comment. We would appreciate that. Well, thank you very much for joining us on our YouTube channel, and we're excited to follow you more and more and use your teaching skills and helping, especially me. I need a lot of help.
Well, you can do it, Jerry.
I can do it. Oh, good. I like that. Very encouraging. Okay. Well, thanks again.
Thank you for having us.
Spanish and Go, your resource for learning real-world travel Spanish.
Yeah, and down below again, we're going to post all the information. and you can then contact them directly. Okay, great. Okay, adios.
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 Group hug.
Good hug, yes. It's easier.
They're the greatest.